6-minute podcast. Business, study, life.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in.
Okay, good. Because today we're tackling presentations. Yeah, presentations.
Uh-oh. Sounds scary already.
No, not scary. Well, maybe a little for some people, but that's why we're here, to make them less scary, right?
Right.
So I've been going through this guide. It's called KnowYourAudience.pdf, and wow, it's packed with good stuff.
I'm all ears. What kind of stuff?
Well, it's not just about slideshows, even though the title might make you think that.
Yeah.
It's about getting your point across. Anytime, any situation, like really communicating, you know?
Okay, I'm starting to see why you're excited about this. It's bigger than just like how to make a good PowerPoint.
Exactly. And the first thing they hit you with is like, ditch the whole tell us about yourself intro.
Interesting. What do they suggest instead?
Go straight to the audience, their background, their world. Why do you think that is?
Well, if you start by showing them you understand them, it establishes relevance right away. They're going to be way more interested in what you have to say if they feel like it matters to their lives.
Right. Like, why should I care about what you're saying if you don't even care about me?
Exactly. It's basic respect. Build that connection from the start.
I love that. Okay, so you've hooked them. What's next?
Well, I know this guide is about presentations in general, but
Right.
a lot of this applies even if you're not, like, on a stage.
Totally. In fact, the guide lays out this framework. Past, present, future. And it's like, whoa, it's powerful for anything, really.
It is, because think about it. It's how we understand the world, right? It's like telling a story, even if it's not, like, a literal story.
Okay, explain that a bit more.
Well, you need a beginning, a middle, and an end to make sense of things, right? Past, present, future. It clicks with how our brains work.
And that makes it more memorable, too, right?
Absolutely. Way more engaging than just, like, random facts thrown at you.
Okay, I'm sold. So past, present, future, I can see that for a project update, a product pitch, even just explaining something to a friend.
Exactly. It's super versatile.
Okay, next up, content. The guide is all about storytelling, examples, and visuals. But honestly, who hasn't heard that advice before?
Right. The question is, how do we make these things actually work?
Okay, so storytelling, I think I'm actually pretty good at that. But sometimes, you get carried away and the story's not even relevant anymore.
Oh, yeah, we've all been there. Death by anecdote is a real thing.
It is. So how do we make sure the stories we tell are, like, actually serving the point we're trying to make?
I think it comes down to being really intentional. Ask yourself, why am I telling this story? What does it illustrate? How does it connect to my main message?
That's a good point. It's easy to just throw in a story because it's fun to tell, but it needs to do more than that.
Right. It should be adding value, not just taking up time.
Okay, what about examples?
Examples are all about making things concrete, taking those big abstract ideas and grounding them in something people can relate to. Imagine trying to explain quantum physics without any real-world examples. Good luck with that.
Huh. Yeah, it would be a tough one. Examples make you go, oh, that's what you mean.
Exactly. And visuals, well, we're visual creatures, right? A good image can often communicate more effectively than words alone.
Plus, it misses things up, keeps people engaged. The guide actually warns against those super text-heavy slides, like the ones where you're just reading off the screen.
Yeah, we've all suffered through those death by PowerPoint presentations. Nobody wins in that situation.
Okay, so we've got great content, awesome visuals, but then there's the actual delivery, and this is where I tend to get nervous.
Totally get it. Public speaking can be super intimidating. But the guide emphasizes practice, practice, practice. The more you rehearse, the more confident you'll feel.
I used to hate presenting, but I found that the more I do it, the less scary it becomes.
It's like anything else. The more you practice, the better you get. And you know what's interesting? The guide says that speaking slowly can actually make you sound more authoritative.
Really? So it's not about talking fast and trying to impress everyone?
Nope. When you slow down, it shows that you're in control, that you believe in what you're saying. It gives your words more weight.
That's a great tip. I'm definitely going to try that. Okay, last but not least, the part that probably makes most people sweat. Q&A. Any tips on handling those tough questions?
Well, the guide says it's totally fine to not know all the answers right away. Don't panic.
Easier said than done, right? But how do you, buy yourself some time without looking like a deer in the headlights?
Acknowledge the question. Maybe reframe it to make sure you understand what they're asking. And if you need a moment to think, just say something like, "That's a great question. Let me gather my thoughts on that."
Oh, that's smart. It shows that you're taking their question seriously, and it gives you a few seconds to breathe and come up with a good response.
Exactly. No one expects you to be a walking encyclopedia. It's more about how you handle those moments when you don't have all the answers.
This has been so helpful. I feel like I have a whole new toolkit for presentations now. But what I really love is that, it's not just about presentations.
Right. This is about communication, period. Whether you're pitching an idea at work, leading a team, or even just having a conversation with a friend, these skills can help you connect on a deeper level.
It's like level up your life. So think about it, everyone. How can you use these principles to be more persuasive, more engaging, more impactful in all areas of your life? Let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And that's it for this deep dive. See you next time.
See you next time.
6-Minute Podcast.